Welcome to today's episode of Medical Device Global Market Access by Pure Global. Today we are discussing a significant development for any medical device manufacturer with plans for the United States market: the upcoming reauthorization of the Medical Device User Fee Amendments, or MDUFA. On July 7, 2026, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, announced a public meeting scheduled for July 22, 2026. This meeting is a critical step in the process to discuss and gather feedback on the proposed recommendations for MDUFA VI, which will cover the fiscal years 2028 through 2032. Understanding these changes is essential for strategic planning, budgeting, and ensuring timely market access for your products. For those unfamiliar, MDUFA is an agreement between the medical device industry and the FDA. Under this framework, medical device companies pay user fees to the agency when they submit applications for review. In return, the FDA commits to specific performance goals, primarily focused on the timeliness and predictability of the review process for submissions like 510(k)s, pre-market approvals, PMAs, and de novo requests. This program, which must be reauthorized by Congress every 5 years, provides the FDA with the necessary resources to hire staff, improve its IT infrastructure, and enhance its review capabilities. The goal is to give manufacturers a more transparent and efficient pathway to market while upholding the FDA's public health mission. The proposed recommendations for MDUFA VI, as outlined in the recent Federal Register notice, introduce several key changes that will impact manufacturers. One of the most significant areas of focus is the refinement of performance goals. The proposal includes commitments to further reduce the total time to decision for 510(k) and PMA submissions. For example, the FDA aims to decrease the average total time for a standard 510(k) review by an additional 5% and to issue decisions on 95% of PMAs within the agreed-upon timeframe. This is coupled with a proposed increase in user fees, which the agency states is necessary to fund the additional reviewers and infrastructure required to meet these more aggressive targets. Beyond standard review timelines, MDUFA VI also proposes new performance metrics for emerging areas of medical technology. There is a strong emphasis on creating more predictable pathways for digital health technologies, including software as a medical device, SAMD, and devices incorporating artificial intelligence and machine learning, AI/ML. The recommendations include establishing dedicated review teams for these technologies and setting specific goals for pre-submission meetings related to AI/ML, aiming to provide clearer feedback to manufacturers earlier in the development process. This reflects the FDA's recognition that these novel technologies require a different regulatory approach than traditional hardware-based devices. Another proposed enhancement is the integration of post-market data into the pre-market review process, aiming to leverage real-world evidence more effectively to support new submissions and device modifications. So, who is affected by these changes? In short, every medical device manufacturer intending to market their products in the U.S. will be impacted. The proposed fee increases will require adjustments to regulatory budgets, and the new performance goals, while beneficial, will necessitate that manufacturers submit high-quality, complete applications from the outset to fully benefit from the streamlined timelines. Companies developing digital health or AI/ML-enabled devices will find new, more structured engagement opportunities with the FDA, but will also need to be prepared to meet evolving data and performance expectations. The public meeting on July 22, 2026, provides a crucial opportunity for industry stakeholders to voice their opinions and provide feedback on these proposals before they are finalized. Given this upcoming transition, we recommend regulatory and quality teams take several practical actions. First, thoroughly review the MDUFA VI commitment letter and the Federal Register notice. Understanding the specific details of the proposed performance goals and fee structures is the first step in assessing their impact on your organization. Second, consider participating in the public meeting on July 22, 2026, or submitting written comments. This is your chance to contribute to the final shape of the agreement. Third, begin internal forecasting. Model how the proposed fee increases will affect your product development budgets for the 2028 to 2032 timeframe. Finally, If you are working on digital health or AI/ML products, start preparing for more in-depth pre-submission interactions with the FDA and align your development and validation strategies with the agency's emerging expectations. Navigating regulatory shifts like the MDUFA reauthorization requires proactive planning and a deep understanding of the regulatory landscape. If your team needs assistance with global market access strategy, submission preparation, or staying ahead of regulatory changes, please check out Pure Global. Check the description for our free AI tools and global regulatory database. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.